Takes Prison Story family. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tim Snow. Uh, a real good one for you today, y'all. It's gonna be a nice surprise. Been talking to the dude, man. I've been talking to the guy so long, we almost didn't start the interview. That's how much fun I've been having. But salute to this guy. Y'all's name is Wack. He's from San Diego, California, and I'm not sure if he's a unicorn, leprechaun, winning lotto ticket. I don't know what he is. I made him take off his hat to make sure he had a unicorn horn. But listen, and that they tell me can't exist out there in California. Wack the White Crip from San Diego. Wack, how many years did you do in CDC?
I did 7 straight from 18 to 25, and I went back and did a 10-month violation, so about 8 years.
Well, that's into it, but after juvenile time, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I did seven. I did 7 from 18 years old to 25 straight, 7 years straight, and then I went back after that on a 10-month violation. So I did about 8 years in CDC.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Salute, brother. Thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Likewise, bro.
All right. Oh, Wax, since I've had so many people, man, they come in my comments every day, all day, just telling me, Tim Snow, you die in California prisons, man. You be dead. And one of my homies told me, man, I'd have to sign that paper in California. I'd be dead in the county, blah, 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 stuff like that. And I always smile, man, because, they tell you that everywhere it goes. And I don't know. I've heard it all my life, and I'm still here, man, and you're still here. So the first time I ask you how you did it, a couple of questions, stuff like that. But one thing I wanted to do that's real important, Wack, because I know for a fact they're watching inside of these penitentiaries, man. They're watching in California. They're watching in Texas. You're not the only one that made it. You ain't the only one you've been on the yard with. Before we even started about you, shout out a couple of the other white homies that you know where they're from, whatever, and just tell the people.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, there's a few of us that I know personally, that done did it. My big homie Snow Rock from 41 Neighborhood Crip in San Diego. He's the Godfather, homie. He done did years on. He done did decades, bro. The homie Goldie from Park Village, Compton Crip. He on death row right now. The homie Old Man from Fortray Gangsters in L.A. The homie Wildflower from Hoover. You got Rob Dog from East Coast Stockton. You got Die Hard from Trey 57. You even got, I even know one, the only white boy Damu that I knew that was really with it like that was the homie B Down from Pacoima Piru Bloods. So yeah, homie, don't get it twisted, homie. I know there's a lot of stories and channels out there that want to make it sound like it don't happen and them dudes get ran up off the yard and all that. I mean, it ain't all like that, homie. If the dude is solid, if you really from where you from and you got that heart, homie, and that's what you about, and your people is behind you, you gonna handle your business, homie, and it is what it is. You ain't leaving unless you choose to leave. So
Yeah, I agree. Check
you know
this
what I
out,
mean?
man. I don't talk about it a lot on my channel because I don't want to down no man or whatever. But there was kind of two of us from my city that was kind of serious about it. You know what I'm saying? Not really the city. I don't know how to put it, but anyway, it was two of us from my city. You know what I'm saying? One of us went down, came back like we left. One of us came back and he had solid wood tattooed on him, had everything covered up, and chose another route, man. You know what I'm saying? So he picked his road, and he told me when he got down there, they didn't stand behind him, and the homies gave him up, didn't care, and all that. And I never had that situation for me, Wack. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but love, so it was no problem. You know what I mean? But he
Yeah,
said he felt that pressure, so I guess every man gets it different. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, look, homie. I mean, I got into it. I spoke about it on an interview with that I did with Mitch.
Shout out Mitch. Hey, shout out Mitch channel real quick.
Yeah, for real. Hard Intentions, man. That's my boy, man. Y'all go check him out. Uh, I said on his channel, there was an incident when I was on the reception yard. Six cats rushed me and shit, and I got cracking with them. And there was a couple dudes, there was a couple Crips, homie, from San Diego that didn't get down, homie. You know what I mean? Where you know what I mean? And that's just the truth of the situation, bro. But that was the only time that ever happened, homie. Everywhere everywhere else I went, homie, you know what I mean? Either I knew the dudes from the streets or they done heard of me or they done did time with me at other joints or heard of, you know what I mean? Or heard of me from other joints. And it was never a problem after that, homie. So, you know, I think dudes that end up, because I know I have a similar story like yours that you just said. He was supposedly from the turf, homie. And then I run into him. We didn't catch no case together or nothing, but I run into him on reception, and this dude over there with the skinheads. I just looked at him and laughed at him, homie, like, man, you was a buster, homie. I was just at your house 6 months ago and we were smoking weed with blue rags and pistols. And now all of a sudden you running around on the yard with the skinheads. But it is what it is, homie. We don't want, you know, I don't want to be around anybody, you know, I don't want to be around anybody that is that influenceable anyway. So their loss is my gain, bro. You know what I mean? That separates the real and the fake, bro. You know what I mean? If you're gonna tuck your tail and it wasn't even violence, bro, that you tuck your tail behind, then I mean, come on, homie. You know what I mean? I don't need to be around you anyways, bro. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
better to find out first than find out later, isn't it, man?
Right? And it come around and bite you in the ass because you thinking this dude's solid as a motherfucker, and it turn out that dude's soft as cotton, bro. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
when it's especially in the rotunda type area where you by yourself.
Yeah, that's where they got me, bro. So they put in a little ducat to go to medical, and I knew it was bogus. And I remember the homies were like, we was in reception. So reception is basically controlled movement as far as, I mean, you got yard and you walk the chow and all that. And keep in mind, this is over 20 years ago, so it's probably different now. But they sent me a ducat to go to medical. And I remember the homies like, "What? Where you going, cuz?" I'm like, "Oh no, I got a ducat to go to medical." Like, nah, don't go, homie. It's a setup. I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm going. These motherfuckers don't pump no fear in my heart. So I went through. They popped the door to the rotunda. That first door opened. I got in the rotunda. They closed that door behind me. Then they opened up the door to the yard from the rotunda. And them six NLRs ran up in there and try to get cracking. All I did was, I mean, you know, the rotunda's small as a motherfucker, homie. And then plus 6 dudes on one dude's, homie. I mean, that, you know what I mean? Like, you really can't do no damage like that. But what I did was, I just locked onto the first dude, homie, grabbed him, snatched him, tackled his ass to the floor. I'm over there trying to gouge his eyes out, pull his nuts off. I'm doing everything, you know what I mean? They kicking me in my back and, you know what I mean, all that. But, I mean, come on, cuz. I mean, y'all ain't doing that much damage. And the
Yeah,
police set that up, bro. You know what I mean?
I've been in that same situation. I sure have. You try to do anything you can, and guess what? That little stuff you was doing hurt him more than they hurt you. I
No,
guarantee you. He got it.
no. On everything, the lieutenant, look, when they take me to the program office, lieutenant like, man, he like, man, I'm over there looking at dude, one of the dudes that jumped you. It was 6 of them. It was one of you. That dude looked like he was the one getting jumped. I just
Yes,
like
man.
laughed it off, like shit. I mean, you got 6 dudes trying to get on one dude. Come on now, in a little ass space. I just, like I said, homie, I just tackled dude to the ground, homie, and just tried to annihilate his motherfucking ass, homie. You know what I mean?
I haven't talked about it a lot on my channel. I haven't talked about it at all on my channel. When I got jumped in the feds, I was doing about the same thing. I grabbed locked on a dude, but I've got my leg trapped in a little drain thing. When I got my leg trapped, man, it was over with. You know what I mean?
No,
But
done deal.
hey, listen, that's one of my things, and why I like you too. This shit we're talking about with this man right here is real life. He has 6 men put in a fake fucking slip, get him on a fake move, and jump his ass in the hallways, and he had to deal with all 6 of them kids. I want everybody to know, cuz, that this is not the life you want. You're gonna make a choice like that, and it's gonna be real, and you gotta live with these choices. We talked about it in Texas. Say it one time, and that's what you are for life. And here, you know what I mean? Same out there, I know, you know what I mean? So respect for sticking with it. Let me move ahead real quick. When you hit the first main line, how old were you?
18, bro.
18?
18.
All right. When you hit your first main line, your first first 2 minutes, what do you do? How do you do it out there? The white crib showing up, young as hell.
So
Did
my
you look
first,
young when you were 18? Did you look 18?
I probably look like 15, bro. To be honest, I mean, I'm a big fat motherfucker now, bro. But back then, I was like 5'11", 160 pounds.
Walk me through the first 5 minutes to that first day. That's what they're gonna want to know about, bet.
shit, walked up in the, I mean, you know, you get there to R&R. They ask you, the police ask you, you know what I mean, what, you know, who you affiliated with. But they already knew that from coming from reception center. So they put me up in a cell with a homie from A-Trade Gangster, the homie E-Dog, rest in peace. Walked up into the building. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers stop. Every time somebody come up in that building, man, they stop them. They, you know, motherfuckers get quiet and check a motherfucker out. And I remember the essay, he came up, he was like, hey, homie, where you from? And I was like, man, I'm from San Diego Crib. And he was like, oh, all right, expense out. And he took the, you know what I mean? He marched off, homie, because, you know, I ain't his people. You know, I ain't of his concern, you know what I mean? So, bam. And then that's when they cracked the door to my cell, went up in there with the homie E-Dog, started chopping it up with him. He basically gave me the rundown of the joint of what was going on that yard. And that yard was actually transitioning. They were that was a permanent work crew yard. They call it a PWC yard, permanent work crew yard. And that means basically everybody on that yard has a job. Some people try to make it sound like they used to try to call it a program yard, right? So they were basically trying to clean that yard up. They were going to try to make it to where it was coming from a permanent work crew yard. They were going to try to make it into a regular level 3. But what happens is when you flip a yard like that, it's going to be big problems because motherfuckers got to establish their shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I hit there right at the right time, bro. And I got there probably about 2 in the afternoon. We walked to chow at like 4. And as soon as I was walking to chow, bro, the woods, I just seen the woods, homie, whispering and looking. And you know what I mean? But you look their way, they're going to hurry up and look away. You know what I mean? But I already knew what time it was, and E-Dog got at the other homies, and they went and hollered at a couple of the Crips, went to the key holder for the woods and let them know, like, hey, this is the homie here, you know what I mean, this, that, and the other, and you know what I mean, you know what y'all want to do. Well, the next day, homie, we come out for breakfast. On the way back, they like, hey, they want to send one of their things at you. I'm like, okay, well, send them. Let's do it. And so I ended up getting down with the wood. You know what I mean? And my thing was, see, I thought it was just going to turn into a big-ass thing. But nah, right there, like I said, it was in transition. So me and the wood got down, homie, and it was what it was. And you know what I mean? And after that, it was like, okay, cool. But then they started bringing in more motherfuckers.
Cuz, let me stop you 1 second right here, okay? Cuz that's all sounds real familiar, but and not judging y'all, but you know what would have happened in Texas, especially where I was like that? That the homies would have said, okay, send your biggest, baddest motherfucking wood that you have on your team to come fade whack.
Yeah.
But we gonna send our biggest, baddest motherfucking black man Crip we have to any one of y'all motherfuckers. And we get to pick. And that's the deal. And that's why the goddamn Woods wouldn't even fucking try it, bro. They'd be like, oh, shit, never mind. Here, and that's what the homies should do out there, that type of shit. Oh, you want to fade him? He didn't even fucking do nothing wrong. Because this is the deal. And I always looked at it and explained it. And you said it yourself. When they asked you what race you are, you said Crip. That explained it perfectly. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then once that's official, why y'all want to look at my homie Tim? Why y'all want to look at back? He ain't white. You ain't got that goddamn right here. But I understand why the homies let you do it when you're 18, because they just want to see if you're gonna do it. You know
see, and that's what I was gonna get at, dog. So it wasn't about oh, we're gonna let these Woods push their agenda. It was more about I hit that yard, and none of them were my homeboys from the streets. None of them dudes knew me from Adam, bro. And so ain't nobody gonna help you unless you help yourself. So they not gonna go to war, homie, over a buster ass cat, homie. So they wanted to see, and I remember my celly E-Dog telling the white boy, like, look, after he get down with him, that's it. Ain't gonna be no more after that. If there's any more problems after that, we finna tear this whole motherfucker up. And the Woods were cool. Like, okay, cool. So basically, it was kind of like a pissing contest. He was like, okay, let's see if this dude really got hard or not. And so, I just handle my business, homie. And then, see, a lot of times, not to get too far ahead, but I think this is important to insert this here, is that a lot of times, bro, shit can be avoided if it can go like that. But a lot of joints, motherfuckers is like, nah, homie, you ain't getting no one-on-ones. If you got a problem with whack, homie, we finna tear the yard up. You know what I mean? Because it's a racial thing. Nah, you can't get out. You know what I mean? But see, my thing was I used to try to shortstop that. I was like, look, why we all gonna end up going behind the wall, going touching the shoe case for being involved in a melee? When look, if they want to send a torpedo, homie. I'm finna shoot that motherfucker out the sky, and motherfuckers ain't going nowhere, and we're gonna leave it at that. If they don't want to do that, then we'll tear this motherfucker up. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. Hey, let me ask you this, because it's what we don't know in Texas. If you get to a maximum security penitentiary in Texas, them guys in Florida always talking about the weird TOHs and all that other crazy stuff. We don't do that in Texas, man, not at all. What will happen in Texas now, if you're rolling 60, when you get there and announce yourself, you will have to fight a couple rolling 60s on a friendly fade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you better show out and do good. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Shout out to my homie Byron Plummer, because I told the story about me getting my little heart check, and he was one of them. And he contacted me later and says, that was me in the damn story. And I couldn't remember his name, so shout out to you, homie. But in Texas, that's what we'll do, man. Your first day or two, once you get your rest and sleep, you're gonna go in that little 5x9 cell with two of your homies and bang it out, man. And as long as you don't do no weak stuff or whatever, you're done. And if you do that, you got your respect. And keep your respect is up to you now. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie, don't steal drugs. Do y'all do that out there, or when y'all show up?
Not really, homie, because when I was in the county jail, I had a couple homies that for real, like for a month straight, homie, they used to take me. It was specifically two homies. I ain't gonna say their names because I don't know where they at right now, and I don't know, you know what I mean? But it was specifically two homies that used to take me in the cell every day, bro. And they would, you know what I mean, rough me up, you know what I mean, just to get me ready, because they like, whack. So as soon as you cross that street, cuz it's gonna be cracking, homie. You know what I mean? And so, but in the penitentiary, nah, homie, because like I said, homie, ain't too many head up fades, dog. Like you know what I mean? Even like, I mean, amongst homies, yeah, there's head up fades. You know what I mean? Amongst different blacks, like if you got a problem, say you and a Damu get into it or something. A lot of times, motherfuckers ain't trying to get into a big ass riot like that, homie, or a melee. So it'd be like, fuck it, homie, y'all two go in the cell and get down. You know what I mean? And you'll have a homie standing there, and he'll have a homie standing there. And if we get too far out of control, then, you know what I mean, they're going to break it up. Or, I mean, don't get it twisted. We done got into it with I've been on the yard where we got into it with the Damus. But a lot of times, up on them level fours, homie, it ain't about that, homie. It's about being black, homie. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers trying to push that line, homie, because you got to worry about the white boys. You got to worry about the Southsiders. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers try to avoid that. But you will. I've never met a motherfucker that's ever been to a level 4 yard that didn't end up having to get out. So the weak is going to get weeded out, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to end up waking up one day and having cross words with somebody, and you're going to have to go get out.
Man, listen, you 1,000. I understand you. I just wanted you to say it real good and clear like you did. Thank you, because I do say this. I'm the only guy that has done this prison genre shit that lived under Texas with no politics. And I lived under the federal system 1,000% under y'all's California politics. Because even though the federal joints are in Texas, they're full of men from California, and they run it the exact same way. We Spaniels on the yard, bro. We had Nazi lowriders on the yard. We had all them guys. The only thing not allowed on a Texas Fed yard was the brand and the Miami, and I didn't see no Norteños over there. You know what I'm saying? The feds separate yards on purpose like that to try to make it peaceful. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's kind of how it was here. Listen, when we show up to the feds, there's no heart checking, no TOH, none of that. It's exactly what you said. They tell you, homie, we're going to respect you. When it's time to go, your ass better go. And that's all it is. And you know you better. So I understand what y'all got going on. I just wanted to text it.
Yeah, my bad not to cut you off, bro. See, the thing is especially when you hit a level 4, somebody gonna know you, homie, whether they know you from the streets or they know you from reception or they know you from county jail. So somebody gonna be able to vouch for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just come in and be like, yeah, I'm from 6-0. And see, the thing is, I'm from San Diego, dog. And so we got our own car, homie, the San Diego Crip car. You know what I mean? I mean, we still we you know, we for the most part we get along with the LA Crips. But also back in the day, not to get too far into the politics, but back in the day, the LA Crips really didn't respect nobody else if you wasn't from LA because they started the shit. You know what I mean? That's as much as motherfuckers want to deny it and shit like that. LA is the homeland of Crippin', homie, and blood. You know what I mean? So they wasn't really fucking with cats from other cities, bro. And San Diego only 2 hours away from LA. So we were the first city to have Crips and Bloods outside of LA. So when when the G homies from Dago started, hitting the pen, they was getting into it with the LA Crips. You know what I'm saying? Over, you know what I mean? Over Crippin'. So they had to, that's how the San Diego Crip card was born. And we stood on our own, homie, and held our own. Not me, but the older homies, you know what I mean? And they made it all right for us to become behind them, and that's how the San Diego Crip card was created. But for the most part, homie, so somebody knows you. Somebody gonna be able to vouch for you. Like, yeah, I know Wack, or you know, I know him from the streets, or yeah, that's my homeboy from my hood, or yeah, I heard of him, or I was in the joint with him, or in reception with him, or in county. You know what I mean? And
Hey, let
that's
me
how
say
it
this.
goes.
If you're a real cat, that's always gonna happen. Or if not, they know somebody they can call and ask about you.
Yeah,
Know?
exactly, homie. And that's the thing, homie, and that's why uh, the SNY shit got blown up so bad in Cali, homie. That's why there's so many PCs in Cali. Look, homie, I'm gonna give you an example, dog. I'm gonna set the record straight as far as that shit go. In 1997, when I hit CDC, bro, I was 18 years old. There was listen, one PC yard out of like 33 prisons. 1 yard. 1 yard out of 33 prisons. When I paroled in 2004, there was a PC yard on every level 4 prison.
That's crazy.
So what dudes would do is they would roll it up at this prison and pop up at another one and think they could skate. It ain't happening, bro. It ain't, and this was before cell phones and all that. The word travels like a motherfucker, homie. You might be good for 2 weeks, but that kite eventually is gonna hit that yard, homie, and it's gonna come up that you're all bad, homie. And the next thing you know, you're gonna be going to the MTA office with a knife sticking out your neck. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, that is what they do in Texas right now. Because see, y'all got SNY, and we only have 88 people in our entire system in PC, man. It's almost impossible to catch PC here because you got to be rich. You got to buy your way into PC in Texas, and there ain't enough people that can do it. So that's what they do. They'll roll you up off the yard and tell you, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here, man. You know what I mean? Because if you kill somebody in Texas, you're going right to that death penalty state. You know, you're going to the chair, man, or the needle, or whatever. So they'll roll you up out of here. But let me keep going, bro, because you're doing a fire-ass interview, and I sure appreciate it, man. It's going to be a good one. Oh,
it's all love, bro.
shout out again to Mitch, because I watched your part 1. And I didn't watch 2 and 3 because there's some things that I wanted to ask you about. You know what I'm saying? You talk about them. You talk about the guys jumping you in the hallway and all of that. You also talk about the administration wanting to get you out of there because they knew you were going to be a problem. And I've also had the same thing said to me before. And that's not even a good feeling. You're like, man, this is nothing I can do about it. Sorry, but check this out. You said you went back to the hole back there.
Yeah.
And the prison gang guys were around. Now that's the real deal guys.
Yeah.
What the hell was that like, bro? Tell me now, because I didn't watch, and I want to know, were these guys that are the official serious dudes? Yeah. I kind of got the feeling that they may have respected the game more that you was a Crip, but I don't know if that's true or not. Were they against you, or were they respecting the game more?
So look, and man, I should have mentioned this to you when we was chopping it up, but like you said, we was having such a good ass conversation. I feel like I've been talking to a homie that I've known for 20 years, dog, and and that's out of respect to you, bro. You a solid one, homie. And so California got 4 prison gangs, bro. I don't name their names, homie, because I ain't a part of it. I never been a part of it, and I don't give them a platform because they already got a big enough platform, and I don't want to promote their shit, homie. You know what I mean? I don't agree with with some of that shit, homie. So I don't even touch on it. But I will say so. And people that's been to Cali, and I know you smart enough, and you've been to the joint, so you can pretty much pick up what I'm putting down when I talk about this, that, or the other, homie. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna name them by name, homie, just because I don't, you know what I mean? I just don't do that, dog. But so I got back there, homie, and see back there, you know, you gotta produce your paper, your 114D, your lockup order, homie. You know what I mean? You show it to your cellie, and everybody that goes to the hole, they give you a lockup order, and on that lockup order, it states why you're in the hole. So my lockup order said you're being placed in administration segregation because you got involved. You were involved in a melee with 6 other dudes, and it has their CDC number and their names on it, and it says um, because you got attacked because you were a white crip, and this, and you're a threat to the safety and security of the institution. Blah 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 blah. Right. So you get that shit to your celly and shit, and then you know, that basically sets the tone, like to let everybody know that yeah, he ain't back here for rolling it up or checking out or anything like that. And then back there, you got dudes. So you got dudes back there that are validated, bro, and they're waiting to go to the Bay, Pelican Bay, or mostly the Pelican Bay back there. But some of them dudes got sent to Cortland shoe too. But you got some of the hard hitters, bro, from them 4 organizations, bro. And you know, them dudes are how can I say it, bro? Them dudes are you know, they're about their business, homie. I mean, they, you know what I mean? Them dudes are I'm not gonna sit up here and deny them, homie. Them dudes are killers, bro, and they believe in, you know, they go hard for what they believe in, bro, and that's why there is Cali politics, and that's why it's gonna remain Cali politics, is because of them dudes, and them dudes don't mind killing over their politics. And so them dudes kind of keep everything in order, bro. Even though they in the shoe, you can still get touched, bro. You know what I mean?
Let me
So
say something. Everything you're saying, you're just validating all the stories we hear. Oh, I'm not gonna say whose channel, but there's a famous guy on YouTube who's always talking about having the keys and calling shots and all this, but he only did a 10-piece. Okay. In a Texas prison, maximum security prison, there ain't too many guys with a life without parole, 90 years, 80 years that already walked in there with multiple bodies. And they're not letting a 10-year guy run shit. You know what I mean? It's just not happening, man. So we got the way our prisons are, they're gonna stay just like they are too, because our guys like it. So that makes a bunch of damn sense. Y'all just used to what y'all are used to, and we are too. That's why Cali and Texas are so different of worlds, bro, because we just started different and we like it like we like it, man. Just
yeah,
point
and
blank
it
period.
is. And see, the thing is, dog, is that we're different, but at the same time, it's still it still gets ugly, bro, on both sides. You know what I mean? You will get hurt. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to tell the youngsters is, look, man, you know, you're sitting up here aspiring to be a part of something, but you ain't even knowing, bro, that half them dudes behind that wall, they end up getting killed by their own people, or they end up having to kill their own people and catching life. So, I mean, there ain't too many good outcomes that come from behind there, bro. You know what I mean? And dudes, I know who you talking about, and I'll just say this, bro. Uh, dude is a fraud, homie, straight up. And he say he from San Diego. Dude is a fraud, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that, homie.
the real cat see, but the fans love them. That's what really counts in
Hey,
this, I guess.
hey, you can love them all you want. I ain't tripping. Get your money, dog.
And that's what it's all about, man. But just and even some of the positive messages are helping some people, so that's cool. Whatever, you know what I mean. But
Whatever
just so
floats your
everybody
boat.
knows, Ain't no 10-year man running shit nowhere. I don't. If you ran that, you were on low security or something. But anyway, let's come on, man. I'm digressing, man. Let's go. How long did you stay back there in the hole with them guys back there that time at first?
I don't even damn. How long was I back there that time? I want to say that it probably took them like 30 days for me to get up out of there. It wasn't that long, bro. I put it like this: out of my 7 years, I've been to the hole probably about 20 times. I did 3 shoe turns. I went to the hole about 20 different times, and then on my violation, my 10-month violation, I did my whole 10 months in the hole. They didn't even let me walk the main line.
Yeah, that whole
So,
life. And they think, listen, you got a lot of people think they go to a prison, check in, and just be safe in the hole. They don't realize that
nah,
whole life.
hell, man, motherfuckers get killed in the hole all day by their cellies, or they get killed on the yard, or yeah, homie. I'm telling you, that's the thing. Hey, Snow, that's the thing, dog. Is that's why that's why I was saying, homie, the PC yard is so bad is because these dudes think that they can outrun the word, homie. Look, the word is out there that you're bad, homie. You're not gonna outrun that, homie. They go whether you go lock it up in the hole, whether you go, you know what I mean, to another joint, to another yard or whatever. It's gonna catch up to you, homie. And when it catches up to you, they're gonna put something up in you.
So look, when you got your transfer right there, and them kids better listen to that, man. When you got your transfer right there, did you the time what hit the next main line? How'd that go? You walk in and
Oh,
did you
that's
tell
the
them
one.
what last time or whatever?
That's the one I was telling you that I went and it was a permanent work crew yard that they were trying to transition. So I went there, got into it with the one wood, and then they started bringing a gang of like I said, they were flipping the yard. So a lot of motherfuckers were leaving, and a lot of motherfuckers were coming in. And so what happened was they brought in. I was there for like 2 months, not like about 3 months, and they started bringing in motherfuckers that from other joints, homie. They were, you know what I mean? They were ready to get their politic on. And so I started noticing that the NLRs, see, I'll mention the NLR's name because the NLRs, they got validated in 98 or 99, and meaning that they were validated a prison gang. So they all got snatched up off the main line and put in the shoe. But all them dudes, 90% of them dudes dropped out and they no good now in California anyways. But so I'll say their name. I ain't got a problem saying that. But I noticed it was started to be a gang of NLRs, homie, and then yeah, sure enough, I already knew it was coming. So one day, we ended up getting into it, homie, and the whole yard got into it. We got into it with the woods, and it probably lasted about. I think it said six. I think it said about on the 115. I think it lasted like 6 minutes. But I'm telling you, man, hey, involved in a riot for 6 minutes, man, that motherfucker seemed like it lasts 2 days, bro.
A
You
long
know what I
time,
mean?
man.
Hell yeah, especially when you got motherfuckers coming at you trying to kill your ass. You know what I mean? So, and then so I got snatched up. We got sent to the hole, and then I got I think I got a 6 month shoe out of that. And then went up there to 4A and to Hatchery, got sent up the hill. Then got out from there, went out to the main line there, and I wasn't I wasn't gonna stay there because I'm man, what was that 90? Yeah. Yeah, so I went out to the main line there after getting kicked out the shoe. We ended up getting into it with the white. No, we ended up getting into it with the Mexicans over some shit. I think the Damus, something happened with the Damus and the South Sider, so we ended up getting into it with them. Caught a shoe case when I was in the hole there in Tehachapi, and ended up doing an 18-month shoe. Then they kicked me out to the main line there. My custody dropped from 180 to 270, and they sent me to Lancaster. Lancaster, I'm gonna tell you, was live action, bro. I'm talking about uh, motherfuckers. They weren't doing mail outs for money, bro. I'm talking about if you wanted to buy something from somebody on the yard, homie, motherfuckers had big faces on the yard, $100 bills, homie. It was like the streets, dog. You know what I mean? It got so bad in Lancaster, homie, that the feds hit the yard, bro. The FBI with the blue jackets with the yellow lettering on the back came and arrested a female CO in the day room, bro. Snatched her up and took her up out of there, dog.
Yeah, that's how they. Some of our Texas prisons, man, it's cash money running them things. It's crazy. The first time I seen some $100 bills wadded up, man, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing,
I'm
bro.
telling you, man. I'm telling you, my mind was blown, dog.
I seen one of the A&E episodes about the rookie cops first year, and they found like a bill, and they were amazed. I'm thinking, man, y'all ain't from Texas, brother. Y'all be the ones trying to get them. You know, that's what it is. Your family sneak them in, the guards get them. That's how it works, brother. They want them. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna tell you like this. So there was so much shit in Lancaster, and motherfuckers can look this up online, homie. This ain't. I'm not fabricating nothing, homie. All this shit can be verified through the internet, bro. Um, like I said, Lancaster was the spot, homie. I'm talking about. That was the first time I was ever on a yard in the San Diego Crip Car. We was like 15 deep, homie. I mean, we was having it our way. There was a couple of the homies that were hitting. And I'm talking about we was high every day, bro. We was big eating. As soon as I hit the yard, homie, damn.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And you came right back. It just started. I heard
Oh,
everything you said as soon as you hit the yard. Go ahead.
yeah, so as soon as I hit the yard, homie, I got a brand new pair of Jordans. My brothers were giving me sweats, slingshots, which are the tank tops,
Hey,
a
cuz
big ass
listen,
laundry
listen,
bag full of
check it
food.
out. This is what I want to tell the kids too, because we starting to make it sound cool, because sometimes it can't be like that. But check it out. Tell them the goddamn difference between on the yard where your homies is only one or two or three of y'all,
Oh
and then the
man.
difference between 15 when you hit. It's a world of difference, ain't it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hey, it's a big ass. I done been on a yard where there was only two San Diego Crip, where it was two of us. You know what I mean? And so it was like, you know what I mean? Hey, we stuck to ourselves, but I mean, we kind of fucked with a couple cats from LA, you know what I mean? Just to you know what I mean, just to keep the the connection, bro. But yeah, it was us two on the yard, homie, and that's when you know it's going down, homie, you know what I mean? So
And we had a 4-man car. Y'all had a 2-man car. That's
yeah,
crazy, cuz.
we were two
Wow.
man. Hey, and we were like that for like 4 months. And I remember, hey, every time a bus came in, homie, we was like, damn, cuz we got today a homie gotta be coming. That motherfucker, you see motherfuckers coming in, like, cuz you recognize anybody? No. You recognize? No. You know
Hey,
what I
when you
mean?
was on the yard, listen, when you was on the yard with the 15 homies, now that was a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie. That's when
Man.
prison changes, and that's when we start getting. But listen, when prison starts to be fun, cuz, and it can be. This is the God's honest truth that I don't even like saying. That's when our dumbasses come back. You know what?
Hey, but you know what? But that yard, it had a fucked up ending, homie, and we all got shot up out of there, man. And I'll go into that a little bit. So Lancaster, like I said, homie, was motherfuckers was having it their way, homie. And so much shit was being brought in that it wasn't possible for it to be coming in through the inmates, homie. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, them motherfuckers was bringing it in. The police was bringing it in, bro.